Hey, good afternoon, Facebook Live family. It's Mike Phillips coming to you from McCloskey Motors, Trucktown today. And I am in our kind of our new north building because it's super secret and quiet. There's nobody in here yet. So the nice thing about that is I can do these live videos. We don't have phones ringing in the background. I don't have to fight wind noise or traffic noise. So all that's really cool. And so before long, we'll be opening up full time over here, and we'll have salespeople in here and management and customer traffic and all that stuff. But in the meantime, I can sneak over here and have a nice quiet place to do live videos for all of you out there, you, in Facebook Live land. So what we wanted to talk about today is what do you need to bring with you to buy a car? So this is really targeted at customers and consumers. What do you need to bring with you when you're coming in to purchase a vehicle? And I'm going to kind of get over here so I have a little bit better backdrop. I don't have a bunch of backlight and so forth. So what do you need to bring from a consumer place when you're coming into a car dealership? And so I'm going to give you some tangible things. Now, when I'm telling you this isn't, legal advice or any sort of guarantee of financing whatsoever. What it is just kind of that reminder and an opportunity of, hey, what should you bring? So they're paging. There is still stuff going on over here. So what do you need to bring to buy a car? Number one, what do you think it is that you need to bring with you to buy a car? If you're going to an automotive dealership, whether you're paying cash, whether you're financing, whatever your plan of attack is to purchase your next automobile, you need to make sure and bring your state-issued ID or driver's license. I know it seems silly, but we do have people show up from time to time that forget to bring their driver's license. And that's one of those things that's really important for us. As a salesperson, a salesperson is licensed in Colorado to help abide by the rules and laws and make sure that if you're coming into an automotive dealership, that you've got proper identification and a license to operate an automobile. So you need to make sure when you're coming to the store, make sure you remember that wallet, that purse, that driver's license so that you're able to drive. The second thing, number two, that you need to bring with you, what do you think that is? Any guesses out there in Facebook Live TV land? I'm kind of watching the bottom to see what comes across here. The second thing that you need to bring with you is, actually there's a couple of things. Okay, let me preface this. If you're paying cash for an automobile, some of these won't apply. When I'm talking to you right now, I'm assuming that it's going to be that you're financing with the dealership. Yeah, it's me answering myself. Hey, I have Jamie controlling my personal profile from the other room. So let me give you a tip. Jamie, you're logged in as me. You're not logged in as you. So. But anyway, so I'm assuming that you're going to be arranging financing either through your own bank or through the dealership. So if you're arranging financing, the second thing you need to bring is your proof of income. How are you able to prove what you say you make? So you need either pay stubs or besides pay stubs, you could bring tax returns, you could bring bank statements, you could bring Social Security or disability statements, government statements, anything of that nature that's going to be able to prove what you had told the salesperson that you make. So number one, driver's license or state-issued ID. Number two is your proof of income. How are you going to prove your income? The third thing you need to bring, numero tres, is you need, ideally, when you're arranging financing, you need to bring a proof of residence. So that would be a phone bill or a utility bill to be able to prove, okay, well, here's what I stated on my application for financing. Here's what I have to substantiate that and say, where it is that I live and so forth. It can be any kind of bill, any kind of phone bill, utility bill, and so forth. And then, let's see, the fourth thing you'd want to bring, you'll want to be prepared to share some references. Why? Because banks and credit unions, regardless of credit situation, we work with everybody, all walks of life, as far as arranging financing, and whether it's a bank or credit union or anywhere that's arranging financing now, they want references for multiple reasons. One, to verify, who you say you are. Two is also if they're, trying to get in contact with you with title work, there's all kinds of other reasons. So you want to make sure and bring those. If you're arranging your own financing, let's say you arranged your own financing, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, and you're coming to see us at the dealership, McCloskey Motors, or your another dealership you may choose to do business with. If you've arranged your own financing, one thing that will help expedite things, that'll make it exponentially more efficient, is bring the terms of the loan. Right? No salesperson, no manager in automotive is going to be upset with you if you bring what the terms are. If you say, hey, I've already arranged my own financing, I've got it set up for this Chevy Silverado truck out there, and here's the terms that they're going to give me 60 months at 5% or 7% or 10% or 72 months or 84 or whatever that loan is that you have set up. Bring that information with you. It makes it easier and more efficient for everybody. So what is that? Fourth thing, if you're arranging your own financing, here's one thing that I always encourage everybody to bring with them. Make sure that you come with an open mind. Because a lot of people, when you start shopping, you get a perception of what the car is online, how it's going to look, how it's going to drive, what it's going to be like, and you expect one thing. Well, again, I said this the other day in our McCloskey Motors Facebook Live chat, but one of the things, until you've really had the opportunity to jump in and actually drive and experience that vehicle, you may not know. It's really hard to tell from online exactly how it's going to drive and perform. So make sure that you come with an open mind. Because, especially as a consumer, you're shopping for a car once every maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Salespeople, if they're professionals, if they're professional consultants, they are, they're really, if they're good, they're trained to be able to listen to the consumer and help expand and explore maybe other opportunities that you haven't considered before. As a consumer, they'll explore those other opportunities, and you could start out saying, hey, I really want to buy, I'm not going to list any specific brands by name, but I want to buy a small economical car, and really what might suit your needs better is more of a mid-sized sedan because you have 3 kids, or because, there's all kinds of different reasons. So I'd encourage you to come with an open mind. The last thing that I would say, and if you're an automotive salesperson watching this, if you're a customer watching this, a potential customer, I will tell you this. When you come in, if you've done research and you say, hey, I want to pay this for a car, I want to do this with my loan, or I want to bring that research and bring that information with you. Absolutely. Again, that's another way for you to be efficient. A professional sales consultant will invite that and really enjoy the fact that as a consumer, you've done your research. You know what you want, and you've done the research on it, and you have reasonable expectations in the vehicle that you're looking at as far as, terms of loan, type of vehicle, costs on the vehicle. When I'm talking about bring the research, from a consumer standpoint, you can't be looking at and considering, you can't say, well, I'm looking at this truck with 150,000 miles, and I'm comparing it to one that you have at your facility with 40,000 miles. They're not the same thing. They may be the same make or model, maybe even the same year, but if it's not the same mileage, I've said it before, and a little bit tongue-in-cheek, right? Used cars especially are they're like snowflakes. They're all unique, right? They have different amounts of miles, different ways they've been driven, all kinds of things. Now, if you're dealing with new cars, same deal. Bring the research. If you're going into a new car facility, a franchise store, then take the research with you. Say, hey, here's what I want to pay, here's what I expect to pay, and here's why. You can't just give a blind reason and expect, well, hey, that's going to happen. There has to be some realism behind it. So, kind of recapping for today, that's my Facebook Live for this afternoon. If you're joining us from Colorado Springs, we're in store for an absolutely fantastic weekend. It's nice. Spring is finally here, right? No more snow, I don't think. We still here at McCloskey Motors, both McCloskey Motors Trucktown and McCloskey Imports locations, we have our $4,000 trade-in promotion going on. We're supposed to have a beautiful shopping weekend. So please come on out and see us. If you have questions, you can always give us a call. If you have some consumer questions and you want to know some information, please, by all means, I work in our BDC and our call center. Please give us a call at 719-434-4454. And we'll be happy to have a conversation with you if you need something answered as you're doing some research and you're getting going in your car shopping experience or hopefully your car buying experience, right? You can ask for me. My name's Mike Phillips. Oh, I just tapped my mic. So anyway, come on down and visit us this weekend. Give us a call on the phone. I'm going to recap real quick for some of the people that may be tuning in. Things that you want to bring to buy a car, right? Number one, State issued ID or driver's license, right? At least an ID, but certainly a driver's license if you're going to drive the car. 2 is your proof of income. How do you, you say, hey, I make X dollars a month. How do you prove that, right? Which could be bank statements, could be tax returns, could be ideally, pay stubs, could be ledger books that we've had, government statements, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. The third thing is proof of residence, right? Make sure the kind of third and a half thing, if you're arranging your own financing, that you would want to bring those loan terms and that loan information with you. Fourth thing, I said, make sure you come with an open mind. And the fifth and final is if you are, you've already done some shopping, you've already done some research, you know what to expect, bring that research with you. It's going to make it more time effective and efficient for everybody. And we'd love to have that conversation with you. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Facebook Live here. This is Mike Phillips. This is my day 15 of my 30-day challenge. And tuning in on our McCloskey Motors webpage, our McCloskey Motors Facebook page. Thanks again. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Again, please come and see us. We got $4,000 for your trade-in going on right now and a beautiful weekend for car shopping. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.